Chapter 14. Birbal outsmarts the Pandit. Once upon a time, there was a Pandit who knew many languages. He learned Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Parsi, Urdu, and many more. After years of study and practice, he became a master of these languages. He could speak fluently in almost any language. Many kings and ministers sought help from the Pandit, as he was intelligent and wise. His knowledge of different languages made him famous in many kingdoms. One day, the Pandit came to the court of Emperor Akbar. He said to the emperor and his ministers that he was a master of languages. A minister asked him to prove himself, so the Pandit began to speak dialogue in different languages. I am Keshav Pandit. I honor the emperor and his court. He said this dialogue in all the languages he knew. Everyone was astonished. The Pandit could speak so many languages. He was fluent in all the languages. When he had finished, he looked at the emperor and smiled. Your Majesty, I want to challenge the ministers of your court. If any one of them can tell my mother tongue, I will teach him 5 different languages without any fees, said the Pandit. Everyone started thinking. The king nodded and the challenge began. Every minister who knew a different language started talking to the Pandit one by one. The Pandit talked in all the languages and no one could find out what his mother tongue was. It was really very difficult to find out. At last, everybody gave up. The emperor was surprised to see this. He then called Birbal, who accepted the challenge. I will tell your mother tongue tomorrow, said Birbal smilingly. At night, Birbal quietly went to the Pandit's room. He was fast asleep. Birbal whispered something into his ears and tickled him with a feather. The Pandit got up suddenly and shouted at Birbal. He expressed his anger. The next day the court was set. Everyone, including the emperor and the Pandit, waited for Birbal. When he entered, he greeted the king and the Pandit smiled at him. I have found out the mother tongue of the Pandit. It is Telugu, said Birbal confidently. The Pandit was shocked. He accepted the truth. How did you find the truth? Asked the emperor. Birbal amazed Akbar when he told him about the incident that had happened the previous night. In times of difficulty, a person speaks only in his mother tongue, said Birbal at the end. Akbar thanked Birbal, and he, along with other ministers, felt proud of him.